Good morning from Colorado. We are camped at almost 10,000 feet, so I'm a little out of breath. But somebody's asked me to do a walk around on what we're camping out of up here, so I'm gonna just do the whole thing real quick, nothing real technical, just to let you know what we have and how it's working. So to start with, the suspension, a 2.5 inch longer coil spring by Icon with Philstein 5100s. We've got KO2, BF Goodrich KO2 33-inch tires. And that's pretty much the front suspension. We've got rock rails, sliders, as some people call them, frame mounted of course, and they'll hold the weight of the entire truck should we come down on a rock. Up top, we've got a Nylite light bar, which is now full of bugs from all the travel. We haven't used it, we haven't really done any night wheeling. Then behind that we've got the antenna for the Boost, cell phone booster, works really well. In the back seat we did the seat delete, and we just use it for storage. We've got the drone, we've got some cameras, binoculars, odds and ends, radios, whatnot. We do have a power bank, the Delta 1300. We haven't used it yet because we have so much power in the truck. Back suspension, same of course, KO2 33 tires. An Icon add-a-leaf on the springs, giving it about a 2.5 inch lift. And that's about all on the suspension. Nothing really fancy, just give it a 2.5 inch lift. And I also did delete the front sway bar completely. Don't need it, never had a problem. So it's got a lot more articulation. On top here, 200 watt Renogy solar panel, which is connected into, you can't see much back here, but in the front there we have two, you won't be able to see it. There's two Group 29 deep cycle batteries. Nothing special about those. They're Walmart, $89 a piece batteries. They work great. And then on the front wall of the bed we have a DC to DC charger, 50 amp, 2000 watt Renogy inverter. Yeah, that's what we have up there. So we have plenty of power. I've got everything linked up to here, which comes out 12 volt, feeds the battery here, and also powers the trailer that way. Then coming out of the inverter, I have it hooked up here, so when I turn the inverter on, we do have the regular 120 volt house current. And it lasts forever. We use the Keurig to make coffee. We use a induction cooker. Never run out of power. So here we have two propane tanks on the trailer. One is strictly for the portable fire pit, propane fire pit. This one serves for hot water and heat in case we need it in the trailer. Rather than trying to get to the other side of the truck, we'll continue this way with the trailer. It is a 13-foot A-liner. Used to say Escape. I hated that name. What is an Escape? So I peeled off some of the letters and made it Ape. It suits me better, I would think. Here we have the OVC, Overland Vehicle Systems shower. We use it for, of course, a bathroom and a shower. We have outdoor, hot water, everything that we could possibly need for comfort. Coming this way. The back of the trailer. What I love about this trailer is I'm 6'10" and a half, and this is a 6-foot door, a little over 6 foot. So I don't have to crawl through one of those little teardrop little doggy doors, I call them. I can almost stand up in this. It's a 6'4" ceiling height. So it's great. And that's locked. That's okay. We just went for a hike and I locked it. I'm not much of a review guy, as you can tell. But it's really great. Got the big bed on the right for my big butt. And then my girlfriend's bed on the left, she's tiny. It's got a little small kitchen in here. It's got a cooktop and it's got a sink. And then we have an iPad hanging up on the front cabinet. So we hotspot that and we watch videos at night if we have cell service. If not, we download one. And a bunch of storage and whatnot. Air conditioning up top. We do have the generator you may have seen earlier in the back of the truck. We can run that. Haven't really needed it up here because it's beautiful. Screen door. Pretty standard RV stuff. Coming around this way. Not much to talk about really. I did add, it only came with an 11-gallon water tank, which just isn't enough for a long trip. I mean, you take 2 showers, even conservatively, it's gone. So I added a second water tank, 15 gallon. So you can do the math on that. I think we have 26 gallons now. And that gets us by pretty well. Other than that, that's pretty standard. We've got our little fire pit we use. It's a little red fire pit. Works great. I also forgot to mention in the back of the truck I have mounted an ARB single air compressor to air back up the tires. Got a 6-gallon water tank up here. We kind of use that to wash dishes, wash our hands when we don't want to go inside the RV. Traction and recovery boards. It's just a clip-on light I use at night. Our trash, that's always a good thing to review. We also have I don't know what brand it is, it doesn't have a name on it. It's a very cheap pull-out awning that I actually won at an Overland Expo. I put $20 worth of tickets and there it is. I've been using it for 2 years. Now the thing I was specifically asked to review, I said I'm not much of a reviewer, was this kitchen. Here we have the Smoke and Crow kitchen, all stainless steel. Folds up into this little box. And it's amazing. I'll deploy it for you real quick. It comes out like this. Second stage comes out like this. I did a little modification here. This is supposed to be a cutting board, but I pull it out here. I've got this little, I guess it's a nut driver. Fits in the hole. Now it supports the door and the door supports it. So that's not all. It comes out a little more. And then locks in place here. So we have, I added this non-skid rubber, so we put our induction cooker here. Let me do it real quick. Induction cooker just sits right here. I swing the power cord around, which I showed you is plugged in the back bumper. And we cook right here. Plenty of room. We've got the sink that pops down. So we can do our dishes in that. We just fill it up with a little warm water, boom, do the dishes, and then we rinse them back here where I showed you. This also has another drawer, which holds a lot of stuff. And then we've got the fridge. Now this didn't come with the kitchen. I had this. The refrigerator slides out, 12-volt refrigerator, and it holds all of our stuff. Slides back in. That slides back in. Induction cooker comes out. Slides into the seat pocket perfectly. Man, that quick. We've got our dry food down in there. Got our dishwashing liquid pot covers in the door panel. It works out beautiful. And to put it away, turn it off the sink. Doesn't take very long. Like that. Like that. Bam. Bam. We're off. It's pretty cool. That's about everything that we use. Oh, yes, of course, the awning. I forgot the awning. We haven't deployed it because it's pretty shady here, but we have the 180 OVC, Overland Vehicle Systems awning, the Batwing. I'll try to edit in a picture of it, deployed. Works really well. Gives us plenty of shade out here. We usually sit under. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed my terrible review because I'm not much of a spokesman. But that's how we do it. That's how we go, and we're going to be out for 65 total days this year. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. One thing I completely forgot on the walk-around video was the suspension on the trailer. This is not at all original. It's got a torsion axle suspension, and I lifted that 4.5 inches to give it more ground clearance. I extended, with deep dish wheels and a spacer, I extended it out to give it a wider track. I added onto fenders, the bigger fenders, to cover those. So it's lifted 4.5 inches, and the stance outward is almost a foot. So it gives it much more stability this way if you're off camber, and it gives you, of course, a lot more ground clearance. So I just wanted to mention that. That is it. Thanks again.